Welcome back. Right now we're going to talk about the coniferous forest. As you can see, the coniferous forest is also known as the taiga or the boreal forest. You will need to know all three of these names mean the same thing. In the coniferous forest, trees that grow here are oftentimes called conifers. Conifer trees produce seeds that are in cones. These trees are also known as evergreen trees. They also have a waxy coating on their leaves and they stay green all year long. The coniferous forest also has very long winters and short summers. The average temperatures in the summer are 14 degrees Celsius or, well, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. That's actually pretty chilly for a summer. In the winter, it's 14 degrees on average Fahrenheit, which is pretty cold, and it can get way colder than that. There are only two seasons, summer and winter. The average rainfall is only 35 to 75 centimeters. As you can see by this map, the location of the coniferous forest is basically in the northern hemisphere. There's no coniferous forest in the southern hemisphere. All your coniferous forests are over here in Alaska, Canada, maybe a little bit above Maine, and it could actually extend down into Washington or Oregon. The rest of them are over here in Europe and northern Russia. The coniferous forest will contain many different animals depending on which continent you find it on. It is just located a little bit above the temperate deciduous forest. Some of the plants or flora that you will find in the coniferous forest are obviously evergreen trees like the fir trees, the spruce trees, and pine trees. You'll also find some low-lying shrubs, some moss, and very little grass. We'll talk about why there's very little grass later on. The coniferous forest animals are very similar to those of the temperate deciduous forest. However, there will be bigger mammals. If you like to hunt big game, here you will find the moose and elk. Elk are way bigger than the deer. You'll find deer in the temperate deciduous forest and the coniferous forest. You'll also find bears in the coniferous forest. However, some of the bears you find here will actually be grizzly bears. You'll find many insects, snakes, and birds. Again, we've probably already talked about this snake. Remember the scarlet king snake and the coral snake, which practice mimicry? The next thing I'll talk to you about is some environmental issues. They're going to pop up over and over for each biome. In the coniferous forest, some of these trees are gigantic, like the sequoia trees, and people will cut roads actually through the center of the tree. Sometimes when a tree falls over, it's too much work to remove the whole tree, so they just dig out a tunnel. Sometimes they'll clear cut whole pathways for a road. As you can see, this is not even an adult tree, but look how many people it takes just to stretch around the base of that tree. So deforestation can also really diminish the coniferous forest. I'm going to give you about 2 to 3 minutes to make sure on your Freyer model notes this should be the second biome you need to fill out. It'll have, again, the location, climate, interesting facts, plants, and animals. If I bolded something or put interesting facts, that's the majority of what you need to know. You need to study these notes every night. Here are the notes for the taiga or boreal forest. You have 3 minutes to get this copied down.